Praise the Lord. I, on behalf of Bongaigaon Diocese, welcomes all of you to the Diocese of Bongaigaon at a glance, dedicated to Christ's light of the world. The Diocese of Bongaigaon has an area of 13,630 square kilometers. The Diocese of Bongaigaon has a total population of about 64,51,912, of which the total population of the Catholics are 73,859. The widely spoken languages of the Diocese of Bongaigaon are Assamese, Boro, Hindi, Santali, Garo, Rabha, Orao, Mundari, Kharia, and Sadri. The Diocese of Bongaigaon is erected on 10th of May 2000, carved out of the Archdiocese of Guwahati, consisting of Nalbari, Barpeta, Bongaigaon, Dhubri, Pokrajhar, Chirang, South Salmara, Mangkachar, Bozali, and Baksa districts. On the 20th of August 2000, Most Reverend Bishop Thomas Pulopilil was ordained as the first bishop of the newly erected Diocese of Bongaigaon.
There are 36 parishes in the Diocese of Bongaigaon. The Borpeta parish is the first built parish of the Diocese of Bongaigaon, which was established in the year 1936. Also, there are three other major parishes in the diocese: the Tumni parish, the Bentol parish, and the Soraibel parish. There are 46 diocesan priests, 48 religious priests, 13 brothers, and 285 women religious. Catholic population is mainly tribals: Boros, Santals, Uraos, Mundas, Garos, and Rabhas are the major groups. General population comprises of Koch and Koch Rajwangsis, the Assamese, and the Bengalis. The Diocese of Bongaigaon runs 60 educational institutions at primary level, 6 at secondary level, and 2 at tertiary level. In the field of healthcare, the diocese runs 14 dispensaries at primary level and 3 hospitals at secondary level. Besides, the diocese runs 40 boarding houses for boys and girls and has a social service department at Bongaigaon Gonosova Society, which takes care of the developmental and relief works of the diocese.
Since 1626, many missionaries had passed through the present territory of the Diocese of Bongaigaon. However, the first to take up residence in the present diocese area were the Salesian fathers Archimede Pianacci and Luigi Rocca. In 1932, they took up residence at Dhubri. However, on September 8, 1933, Monsignor Luis Matias, the then Bishop of Shillong, decided to open a center in Tura, in Garo Hills, and Father Pianacci and Father Rocca were told to go there from Dhubri, and a decision was taken to shift the center from Dhubri to Barpeta Road. Monsignor Luis Matias with Father Rocca visited Barpeta Road on February 20, 1933 and entrusted Mr. Andrews the responsibility to purchase a plot of land for the purpose of establishing a mission center. On May 23, 1933, a plot of land was acquired for the mission, and on June 3, 1933, Monsignor Matias declared the new mission open, and Father Scuderi was given the charge to look after the mission from Guwahati. And then a priest began to reside at Barpeta Road in 1936. The territory of the newly established parish covers the whole area of the present-day Diocese of Bongaigaon and more. The hard work of priests and sisters, catechists and the laities brought faith to every nook and corner, and thus many parishes were organized. The progress that led to the creation of the Diocese of Bongaigaon can be attributed to Bishops Orestes Marengo, SDB, Joseph Mithathani and Robert Kerketa, SDB, and to Father Remo Morra, SDB. Under the leadership of then Archbishop of Guwahati, Most Reverend Thomas Menam Parampil, SDB, the area had further grown, which led to the creation of the Diocese of Bongaigaon. Father Joseph Jubijareta, SDB's name will be always remembered among the most outstanding missionaries of the area.
The Urals were the earliest Catholics of the area. When the Britishers had found that the land along the western Duar is suitable for the cultivation, they asked the people, who were mainly Urals and Boros, among whom many were Catholics, to vacate the land.
They were, however, allowed to occupy forest land in the eastern Duars, east of River Sankos. Once they were settled along the Bhutan hills, they looked for a priest, and in 1913 contacted the Catholic priest at Guwahati. The Salvatorians were in Guwahati at that time, and Father Rudolph Fontaine, SDS, was the parish priest of Guwahati after Father Gallus, SDS, had left for Europe. In the year 1913, Mr. Joseph Jace and Mr. Matthias Toppo informed Father Rudolph of the presence of Catholics at Ranipur, presently in Sorabil Parish. Father Rudolph Fontaine, SDS, visited these areas, and the first Holy Mass was celebrated at Ranipur in the year 1914. Today, the Orans are a significant community in the Diocese of Bongaigaon. The first Bodo Catholic community in the Diocese of Bongaigaon was established in the year 1933 at Nangdobari village. Until then, the Catholic Church had no contact with the Bodos, and there were no Catholics among the Bodos. Soon after the conversion of Fulsing Basumtari in the year 1933, and in his leadership, with the help of Father Scuderi, the first Catholic Church at Nangdobari village was built in the year 1923 with the members of 4 families. Later on, Philip Fulsing found a young man named Gendra Champramari, an orphan boy from Bengal. He was taken to Guwahati and was baptized in the year 1935 and sent to Tezpur for some training under Father Orestes Marengo, the then rector of Guwahati. He was trained to become a catechist and became the right-hand man of Father Marengo in working with the Boros. Through their very efforts, many villagers of present-day Chiran district like Ranisundri, Jigaldong, Hagrabari were brought to the Catholic faith. And in the west of present-day Kokrajhar district, villages like Jolaigaon, Patgaon, Dandapur, etc. received the Catholic faith. Today, the Catholics of the Bodo tribe constitute the single largest community in the Diocese of Bongaigaon.
The Santal Catholic community in the diocese traces its origin in the 1910. The first Santal Christian in the Diocese of Bongaigaon were of Pakriguri. In the year 1910, a person named Lucas Marandi came with his family from Rajshahi, presently in Bangladesh, and permanently settled down in the Pakriguri, presently in the Dotma parish. His son, Matthias Marandi, donated the land for the construction of the church, and his sister, Mary Marandi, joined MSMHC congregation, and she was the first religious woman from the Santal community in Assam. In the year 1928, at Harakuta, in the present parish of Gosaigao, a group of Santal from a Lutheran church were received into the Catholic Church, and they form a second community, and presently they are in the Kathalguri parish. In the year 1933, Mariam Baske of Amguri No. 1 in the present parish of Pokrajarangalikata was baptized at St. Joseph Church, Guwahati, and thus established Catholic community in that village. Today, Santal community forms a large portion in our diocese.
Later, other tribes like Mundas, Garos, Rabhas and Karias, and others like the Rajbongsis, though in lesser numbers, have joined the Catholic Church and are growing in faith and in community. The Mundas formed a significant Catholic community in the parish of Kathalguri. The evangelization work among the Garos was begun from the parish of Bengtol. The indigenous community of the Rabhas were first received into the church in the parish of Soraibil. Since then, a significant number of them have become members of the Catholic Church. The Rajbongsi Catholics are mainly in the district of Bongaigaon.